There's only one on. It's on Power and.
Oh, you guys talk about that
Alicia,
quite a bit.
It's so good.
Where's our coffee from, though?
Oregon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And
thank you, Alicia.
It's fresh.
She's joining the cause.
I'm in the turtleneck squad now.
Yes.
Zip it up. Oh, you want zippers.
Oh, I knew you guys were gonna razz me about this shirt. Oh, I put it on this morning. I thought, oh, fucking Jason, he's gonna say something.
You know, for some reason, it wasn't one of the first things that I saw. So you wear it well. You almost kind of look like James Bond.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Nah.
We would have been like.
It is kind of a cardigan material, though, isn't it?
Cardigan.
It's kind of like, I don't know.
Is
Do you have
it
Velcro
wool?
shoes on too?
No.
Is it wool?
It's berries. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a 50-50 blend.
But honestly,
Wool and polyester.
I feel like you look like somebody and I can't put my finger on it.
honestly,
It's a James Bond
this
character,
will,
isn't it?
this will make my mom's day. I promise you, when she sees me tonight,
That's so
Yeah.
cute.
it'll
nice.
make her day. That's the only reason I'm wearing it.
I'm glad my mom doesn't buy me clothes.
We're ready to roll whenever you
Wow,
are.
she buys the weirdest shit. Every year.
That's so funny
gonna
that,
be that kind of mom.
everybody got the same one.
No,
is
the
good.
year before, she made blankets for everybody.
Oh, I would like that.
Yeah.
Like the
That
ones
sounds
kind
like
of
a very-
that was
Sounds
cool,
like a
actually.
great mom.
Those were actually
Seriously.
cool. She made mine with basketballs
Wow.
because she knows I've been playing basketball my whole life. So.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's neat. Here we go. Hey, welcome back to the show. This is your Real Estate Power Hour. Longest running real estate talk show in the Valley, coming up on 16 years now. And we appreciate each and every one of you listening to the show and all of your comments and emails that we get. We try to get to them all. To get a hold of us anytime at Results Realty, we are a full-time, full-service, family-owned real estate company. We keep it small, very boutique-ish, but we have Sandy on board, Alicia on board, and we get the job done. And yes, we do answer our phone, as evidenced by Alicia earlier in the show. She was answering her phone during the show. I don't know if we've ever done, we've stepped out Alicia of the studio, but she's over here answering. You got to do what you got to do.
I thought there was something wrong with her headset at first. And
I know.
Here she is taking
She's
a
on the
full-blown phone call. Jeez.
Yeah. Get a hold of us anytime, 602-369-4663. And Josh Nastal at AmeriFirst Financial for all of your mortgage needs, refi, purchase business. He covers it all. 602, he gets it done. 602-377-1979. Hey, let's go to our next emailed question here by a listener. This is Doug out in Mesa. And Doug says, Merry Christmas to the Power Hour crew. Wanted your opinion as my wife and I are trying to decide where to purchase our next home. We can't decide whether to purchase in a neighborhood with an HOA or without. What are your opinions?
Wow. That's a hard
Sandy
one.
always has an opinion. So why don't we? How about we list off?
Yeah, there's a
pros
few
and cons,
things.
right?
So,
There definitely is pros and
especially
cons.
since it's Christmas time. I mean, you could have. I've been looking at this Nightmare Before Christmas house that looks really cool.
Mhm.
Tempe. Everybody should go check it out. I'm gonna go this weekend. But what if you don't like the traffic? And from October to December, this house has been lit up. So what if you live
From
next
October?
Door? Yeah.
Wow.
What if you live next door to that house?
It's probably cranking the music. There's cars driving by all
Right.
hours of the night. Yeah.
So for a couple months, you're a little put out, unless you're really into it.
Oh, don't
Sandy
be a,
would love
don't
to.
be
I
a
would love it.
Scrooge. Enjoy it. Come
I
on.
think
But it's okay, but some houses, you have to plan an extra 15 minutes to get in and out of your neighborhood.
Well, that home, the light show in Gilbert, I have
Yeah.
a friend that lives in there, and he says the exact same thing. Right now, it takes him about 20 minutes to get out of
Wow.
what is right there by
That's Christmas at Comstock,
Christmas
right?
at Comstock, yes.
Yeah, that's a
At
zoo. there.
night, if you're driving down, I think that's Elliott,
It is
Yeah,
Elliot.
get in your
You're-
house, yeah.
you might as well turn around.
That's true. That's true.
So, but the HOAs are allowing it.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely an HOA community.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey, by the way, speaking of Christmas lights, if you're listening now and you live anywhere near the East Valley, Tempe, Mesa, Gilbert, Chandler, the last 3 years or so, our family, we like going out and looking at Christmas lights.
Yeah.
So we make note of where these really cool spots are, and we, this year, for the first time, put a map together. And
Yeah.
where can the listeners find this map of Christmas lights? Where
It's
can
on
they find it?
Facebook.
Facebook. They can go to our website. It's right on the homepage of the website, too.
Awesome.
Results Realty, come on.
azresultsrealty.com, right? Or you can find it at Results
You can just
Realty.
Google results.
Yeah.
Realty.
But go to azresultsrealty.com, and right there on the home page, you can click it, and that will show you the address and how to get there. And a brief description of how many Christmas lights you can expect to see.
Yeah.
There's
So
a
that's
lot
an-
this year.
Yes.
It
People
is.
are really
So that's
tearing
one,
it up.
like, it could be a pro, it could be a con, depending on.
I'm against HOAs.
Are you really?
I don't like them, only because I get fined all the time.
I know. I don't mind the ones that are
Pull in your
very-
damn trash cans.
Yeah.
It's my son. It's his job. He never does it. He never brings a damn can in.
Some HOAs are a little like they're
$50.
community owned,
Yeah.
Right.
like in small like horse kind of communities, or community owned, and you kind of like listen to each other and you don't have to pay the big fees. And I like those. I kind of always like HOAs, but now that I'm in one that is kind of hard,
Strict.
really
Mine's
strict,
extremely
I
strict.
don't like it.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you find the right area with no HOA, I would be all for it.
Mm-hmm.
I called in 2 months ago and actually lost my temper with the lady because they sent me a notice saying, hey, you can't store your basketball hoop in your driveway.
Wow.
So then she goes, they said something like, you need to store it somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
So I stored it on the side of my house. I laid it down nicely. So
Uh-huh.
then I get a fine. You can't store it over there.
What?
Yeah.
And was it sitting up above the wall or was it laying down?
I had it laying down.
So what's their issue?
I don't know. And here's the funny part. My neighbor has the exact same basketball hoop.
Yeah.
And they've had it up since I've lived there. I've probably lived
You know,
there 4 years.
some communities only like fine you if somebody complains. So
I
maybe
don't know.
somebody's mad.
But
you know
honestly,
what?
She was super sweet though, the lady at my HOA.
Yeah.
I was a real butthead. And
Yeah.
she called me back and was super sweet and waived the fine, so.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what it is? I think I figured it out. I think the HOA person drove through the neighborhood and saw him out front with a turtleneck on. And now she has it out for him.
I think
Josh?
I think she has it out for me in a different way with
Oh.
a sexy turtleneck I'm wearing. Come on.
Probably. Being how tall are you? 6'4", 6'5"?
At least she even joined in with the turtleneck too.
Mine's almost. It's
I have to say, Jeff was right. This is not a boring show.
Yeah, right.
We spice it up.
Rent, is it too damn high, Alicia?
It's too damn high. This article from CNN says so, which is really funny because it's like,
It really is.
yeah, it is too damn high. So now
We say it all the time. Owning a home, in most cases, is less than renting nowadays.
So this article is talking about your the most people who own homes. It's 30% of their income goes towards housing, but most renters, it's 50% of their rent, or
Mhm.
that's going towards housing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy. I mean, you could switch it to 30% for the same house.
Yeah, you really could.
Yeah.
So 50% for the same
People
home.
who are renting are paying 50% of their
Wow.
income towards rent and housing.
Man, that's just crazy not to throw that much money towards your mortgage. I
Right.
mean, it really
And
is.
then you get so much back. I mean, it's really a no-brainer.
It's crazy for the younger people, like college students, because they clearly can't buy a home yet. But how can they afford to rent? Because
Right.
it's so expensive. An apartment is easily $1,000 a month.
They gotta jam like 4 or 5 people
Yeah.
to afford it. Yeah.
That's what we
It's
did.
rough.
Yeah. Hey, we've all heard about these big companies out there. There's a couple big ones, OfferPad, Open Door, that that offer a different way to purchase your home if you're looking at selling. They say lower the stress. You don't have to worry about a closing date. You can move out whenever you want. All that other good stuff. Well, we had a radio show listener, John, that I'm meeting with day after tomorrow actually to list his property. But he said that he has a home out in Queen Creek. Sandy, out where you used to sell new homes, out in Magma Ranch.
Where I met you.
Way out there. And
Nice.
how many years? That was
That
almost
was
10
like
years
10
ago.
years ago, yeah.
Holy
Wow.
moly.
That's a long time ago.
Anyway, he's got
And you
a
guys are still friends?
I know.
Heck yeah.
I must have been like 9 at the time, right?
something like that. Jeez.
Oh,
It is. You know what?
Labor.
It is kind of weird that you look like your daughters who are in their late teens, like 20
one
now, right?
just turned 20.
20. And you guys look like twins. Twinsies.
They definitely.
Did I just say that? Twinsies.
Twinsies.
Yep.
It's just.
Man card. Take
Can
it.
we delete that? So-
Where's your turtleneck?
Yeah, I got 11.
jeez.
I got.
So I
Hey,
lost.
can we mute her microphone, please?
Give Jason your man card.
So.
No, he just lost it by saying twinsies.
Yeah. Hey, I got 11-year-old triplets, so it's kind of the in thing to say. Isn't it? My daughter says that. Anyway,
Okay.
so anyway, radio show listener out in Queen Creek, and here's a rundown of it. So OfferPad offered him $172,000 for his home. Plus, here's the kicker: they also collect an 8% commission. Not 6, but 8 to them right out of the gate, which totals $13,760. So you deduct that off the $172 that they offered, brings you down to $158,240. Plus, there's other small incidentals as well. So I'm imagining the offer would have netted out at about $156.
Because after they inspect, with those places, after they inspect your home, they always come back and say, hey, we're gonna have to hit you.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly. Okay, so I just threw in a little bit of extra to bring it down to 156. So he calls me and he goes, this is about what they offer. And I'm like, wow. I said, well, let me comp your property. So I comped it. Conservatively, I had him at $197,000 that I could sell it for. Let's say we're at 6% commission, so 11,620, and then his closing costs at about $3,000. So that brings him down. The net effect of this, 197 minus those fees bring him down to 182,380.
Wow.
So just to do the math for you real quick, that's a difference of 26,380. So he's leaving almost $27,000 on the table by going with one of these real quick. Purchase my home.
Yeah.
Reduce the
I was
stress.
gonna say about $30,000. Just based
$30,000
off
bucks.
your math,
That's
but
worth the
who's
little
to
stuff.
say?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Well, and who's to say that your conservative 197, you might get multiple offers on
Right.
that.
That's exactly right.
You might sell that house for 202.
Right. Well, what these companies do is they buy it, collect a boatload of commissions, and then other incidentals, and all they do is just put it back on the market like we would at Results Realty anyway.
And even if it was half that, it's still totally worth it.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
This is a low price. This is a home that's below 200,000, and they were giving up almost $30,000.
Imagine if your home's worth way more.
Yes. So if you're in the game of selling your home, give us a call, 602-369-4663, or go to azresultsrealty.com. The fourth quarter's coming up. Stay tuned.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
$30,000 is a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
That's a lot of money.
It is.
I'm loving the 10-second notice before the end of it.
I
Give me
got,
the 5.
I got a phone call and I
Much.
couldn't answer it because my phone's being used.
Oh.
It was Thomas Madden. Did he call you?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll call him back after then.
Only a real question.
Oh, maybe.
He's a nice guy.
He's so nice. I'm so enjoying. I should have one house.
So we have 5 reasons homeownership makes sense that I'll get into. And then, Josh, do you want to hit first-time homebuyer suddenly flood the market,
Or the Arizona one. We kind of already hit the first-time home buyers a little bit. I mean, what do you guys think? It's totally up to you.
I mean, folks,
I
that
think they
kind of
are.
leads into the whole rent being too high thing. It makes sense. It kind of the same show.
I'll hit both. I'll split both into one.
All right, sounds good. So I'll get through mine as quick as I
No, you
can.
don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, we got 10 minutes.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Hey, welcome back to your Real Estate Power Hour.
Comment.
I'm Jason LaFlesch with Results Realty, your full-service, full-time real estate brokerage right here in the Valley of the Sun. Joined by my co-host Josh Nastal with AmeriFirst Financial for all of your mortgage needs. Give them a call at 602-377-1979. This is the last quarter of the show, and we got a lot to get through, so let's dive right in. 5 reasons homeownership makes sense. C-E-N-T-S, sense.
$10.
What do you think of that, Sandy?
I'm just laughing at the comments that are coming on Facebook Live.
Oh man, I'm not even looking at them right now.
I can't believe how many comments we were getting. It's nuts.
Funny.
They must be people that know Jason really well.
Great.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my God.
I don't even want to look at them. Wow. Hey, 5 reasons homeownership makes sense. Number 1, homeownership is a form of forced savings.
It is.
Paying your mortgage each month allows you to build equity in your home that can tap into later in life for renovations, pay off high interest credit card debt, or even send a child to college. As a renter, you guarantee that your landlord is the person with that equity. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. I mean, renting, you're paying someone else's mortgage and investing in that person, not
Yeah.
yourself.
That's true.
100%.
Number 2, homeownership also provides a way to save, of savings, if you will. One way to save on taxes is to own your own home. You may be able to deduct your mortgage interest, property taxes, and profits from selling your home, but make sure to always check with your accountant first. Always check with your accountant
Always.
first.
But-
And by the way, this new tax reform thing, I heard something about it, that coming in the new year, if you buy a new home in 2018, and let's say your loan amount is more than $750,000, that you won't be able to write off your mortgage interest. What do you think of that? Have you heard that yet?
I've heard a lot of different stuff.
More than $750,000.
They're also going to cut the mortgage interest that even if you've owned a home, the mortgage interest that you pay to your bank throughout the year.
Yeah.
They're going to cut what you can claim on that as well.
Ooh.
Wow.
But they're also raising the standardized deduction. So
Mhm.
I believe right now it's like, I think it's like 12 grand if
Mhm.
you're married, 66 something if you're not. They're
They're
gonna
doubling
raise
the rate.
that up higher.
Yeah.
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 But it's
Interesting.
not done though.
Yeah.
It's not completed.
Interesting. Number 3, homeownership allows you to lock in your monthly housing costs. How many times do we talk
That's
about
true.
that, you guys?
That is very true.
You have a locked in housing cost where if you rent, how many calls have we received, you guys,
That
at
they're raising
results?
the rent.
Yeah, that all of a sudden they can't afford it,
Right.
that this is a bunch of BS, why isn't this, but yeah, you never know. I mean, unless it's in writing, unless there's some kind of a cap,
Yep.
you never know. And I know a lot of my friends in California, they go through this where they may be paying a couple $1,000 a month for a studio in San Francisco. Next thing you know, their lease is up and now it's $5 grand.
Right.
I've heard that so many times.
That's worse than having an adjustable mortgage because
Oh,
you'll jump. At least there's caps on an adjustable mortgage.
Yeah.
If you get a new renter.
yeah. The fourth reason that homeownership makes sense is buying a home is cheaper than renting. We've gone over this pretty much every show.
Yeah.
In most cases, your mortgage payment for that same house will be less than if you rented it. Number 5, no other investment lets you live inside of it. You can choose to invest your money in gold, stock market, Bitcoin,
Oh, the
Litecoin,
The Bitcoin thing is amazing.
Ugh.
Just amazing.
but you will still need somewhere to live in a
Not
home.
a bit, though.
That's right, that's right. In a home, you can wake up every morning, know that your investment is gaining value while providing you a safe place to live.
Hmm.
That's all I got. Josh,
Do you know who started Bitcoin?
it's a guy's name, Takahashi Yamamoto, but that's actually not him. It's just some computer programmer I
He's
heard.
part of it. But do you remember the movie about Facebook
Yes.
Yeah.
and the 2 twins that
Oh, yeah.
basically stole the idea
Yeah.
from? They're a huge part of Bitcoin.
Isn't that like Winkle something?
Something like that. I can't think of their names. Winkle something. That's something
Winkle,
W. Yeah.
Winkleford or something, I forget.
Winkle for twinsies.
Yes.
Twinsies.
You said it, I didn't.
Again,
Josh.
hard.
That's right, Josh. First-time home buyers suddenly flood the housing market.
Absolutely. So, in the second quarter of this year, we were really struggling with first-time home buyers and entering the market was at record lows. However, I think I know for one reason we talk about the rent being so high is driving first-time home buyers now to figure out, hey, I'm going to go buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
Second reason is, and this is fact through Genworth Mortgage Insurance, they did a study that there are more and more down payment assistance programs that buyers are finally utilizing.
Yeah.
So at America,
Like Nick.
like Nick, so AmeriFirst we have two. We have 2 in-house now. This is outside of the Maricopa County grant programs, but we have 2 in-house 100% financing down payment assistance programs.
That's huge.
One with a rate as low as 4.5%. And that's a
For-
really good
For a down
rate.
payment assistance program?
Yes,
That's
100%
incredible.
What
financing.
program is that?
So you weren't here last weekend
I wasn't.
playing rookie or hooky over here in the slopes, drinking some coffee, spiked
Some
coffee.
Spiked coffee. Ah,
But so yeah, we rolled out a new program called it's a hybrid of the AFI 100.
yeah.
It has a slightly higher credit score, so instead of having a 620, you have to have a 640.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes your rate from 5.25 down to 4.5. So it's a big savings.
Wow.
Big savings. So that's why in this article from Housing Wire, it states that there's so many more new home buyers out there. So it's good stuff.
That is good.
And kind of piggyback off that, wanted to talk about Arizona specifically, and kind of what it takes to buy a home monetarily, your yearly income in Arizona. Any guess what that might be? Average household income to buy the medium home in Arizona.
I was guessing somewhere around 40,000.
Yep. So 48,000, a tad over 48,000.
That's so good.
Right? How affordable is that?
Yeah.
Why don't you just come to move to Arizona?
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, that's not a ton of money. I mean,
Do you have any figures on any Bay Area?
we do.
You have it there?
We can get into that. So,
Just for S and Gs.
so I have the top seven areas that that have the highest annual salary. San Jose, California tops everyone. You have to buy a home, the median home in San Jose, you have to make almost 217,000 to buy
Wow.
a house there.
Wow. That's just to buy a home. That's not living expenses.
No.
That's not health insurance.
No, which seems low, honestly, to me.
Yeah.
Because the median payment there in San Jose is just over $5,000 a month. So
Interesting.
move to
Wow.
Arizona. Our medium housing payment is 11 and change.
Wow.
1100 and change versus $5,000.
Yeah.
We have beautiful weather out here. Come on, I mean.
Yeah. The weather is fantastic.
Oh, it's great.
And what's interesting when I talk to friends that are in the in the Bay Area, their income. So I know several guys that paint homes at a very, very high level, and what they earn out here in Arizona. I mean, you can make darn near what you can make there in the Bay Area doing certain kinds of jobs. Now, tech industry, probably not. You probably make quite a bit more in the Bay Area. But for contracting type work, you can make an awful lot of money out here in Arizona if you're good at what you do.
Absolutely.
But then
Too.
but your living expenses are 20% of what they are elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's incredible. What do you think, Sandy?
There's definitely a lot of work out here for people in that kind of industry
Oh,
because
man.
I mean homes keep on getting built.
We have a
It's-
shortage of
there's-
workers.
Yeah,
We
like
have a huge
AC
shortage.
techs. Oh, there's always a shortage of AC techs, and they're always needed year round. And I was sitting here thinking, who do you remind me of, Josh? It's Sean Connery.
Oh God.
Told you it was one of the James
It was,
Bond
it
dudes.
was. I did. I pulled up a picture.
Yeah.
I'm not that
Right
old
there.
though. I don't have gray hair.
I thought it was like a Pierce Brosnan type.
Oh.
No, right there. And what's funnier
Really?
is the SNL version. Right there. Nailed it.
Is he wearing a turtleneck on
and,
that?
and a sports coat.
Let's see. Oh, stop it. He is. Are you kidding me?
You have to show Facebook.
Oh, you got it.
I know. I got to
That
write
is
If I could do a
hilarious.
Sean Connery impression, I would, but I don't.
That is hilarious.
He's a good actor.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I always
He's
do
good.
is
I wish you could
yeah.
do the impression because you've nailed the
Please
outfit.
work on that.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, before the end of the show, you guys, just in case I get a 5-second notice before the show ends.
3, 2,
Josh, I
1.
know,
Show's
right?
over.
She's laughing back there. Hey, so Josh, what's the best way for people to get a hold of you before the end of the show? And you do answer your phone, and you have a team to support you
all
as
the
well.
time. So you have a team, a branch of people that can help you. You can call me. I can take as many calls as possible. The more, the merrier. 602-377-1979. Tons of lending experience. We'll get it done.
Yeah.
More the merrier. That's very festive.
More the merrier.
It's true. And all of us at Results Realty, we are your full-time real estate specialists. Give us a call anytime at 602-369-4663. This is the end of the show. My 5-second warning. See you next week.
See ya.
Holy crap. I couldn't wrap up anything. Oh my gosh.
107.